it stand in big white letters. What does this phone, your wedding, and the green lantern all have in common? They all need rings. And whether you choose to go mining for your own ring, or if you choose to get your ring from one of those mechanical arms at the grocery store,
or you can come to your local jewelry store like Jeffery Carter.
Hey, and so to talk to us about rings, we have Lee Carter from Jeffery Carter Jewelers, and she's ready to give you all that info.
The first tip I want to tell you about is refinishing your jewelry. It is very important to think about these things way ahead of time. When you refinish your jewelry, basically you're just buffing out all the scratches and dings and dirt that you get on it over a year's worth of engagement. And I usually suggest that you give yourself at least 3 weeks because you want to make sure you don't wait until the last minute. Nobody wants that photographer's hand shot with a dirty old engagement ring up against your brand new wedding band. Now I'd like to talk to you about wedding bands. A lot of times a couple has not done this before, and so they're not really sure about who pays for what. Well, traditionally, ladies will pay for the gentleman's wedding band and the gentleman will pay for the lady's wedding band. But I think the most important thing is to just have an open line of communication. It's important to just talk about it and figure out what works for you. Now I want to talk to you about the 4 C's. You've probably heard it on a commercial. Cut, color, clarity, and carat weight. Those are the things that determine the value of a diamond. It's very important not to just walk into a jewelry store and see a pretty engagement ring and buy it. You want to know a little bit about the diamonds that you're purchasing. And that's where the microscope comes in. Most reputable jewelry stores are going to have a microscope available for you to view your stone. The first C is cut, and that is the way the diamond is shaped and faceted. The second is color. Diamonds are graded based on their color or lack thereof. The third one is clarity, and that is the existence of flaws in a diamond or lack thereof. And the last one is carat weight or size of the diamond, and there are 100 points in a diamond, so if I've got a 75 pointer, that's 3/4 of a carat. A lot of people are a little uncomfortable when they're leaving their jewelry at a jewelry store to have it refinished, say, for the wedding. And to that I just say, use your microscope, because all diamonds either have or do not have some sort of inherent characteristic that separates it from other diamonds. So as you're walking into a jewelry store, you can ask, may I please see my diamond under a microscope? And you may see that you've got an S-shaped flaw at about 9 o'clock on the face of the stone. Well, then when you pick it up, you ask to again look at that diamond. If that S-shaped flaw isn't there, that's when you might be concerned. But that will give you the comfort and security of knowing that you're getting back the same diamond that you brought in. Lastly, I want to talk to you about insurance. Now, I'm certainly not an insurance agent, I'm a jeweler. However, it's a very, very important part of your jewelry. The time to talk about insurance is definitely before you've had a loss or a damage as opposed to after. Most jewelers will provide you with a professional jewelry appraisal at the time that you purchase your bridal jewelry. And so at that point, what you need to do is have a good conversation with your insurance agent. Now, on many homeowners or rental policies, they will offer some sort of coverage for jewelry replacement. But in many times that is fire, flood, and theft. So that does usually not cover, oops, I lost my ring, or oops, I knocked it down the toilet and flushed the toilet. So ask your insurance agent how things are covered and make sure he has a copy of that insurance appraisal. It's definitely awful to lose your jewelry, but what's even worse is to lose it and not get it replaced from the insurance company. I'm Lee Carter Edwards with Jeffery Carter Jewelers at 125 East Charles Street here in downtown Muncie. Please make us one of your stops when you're looking at jewelry.
So remember that wedding rings are one of those forever items that become more valuable to you over time. So it's important to get the kind of ring that you would really be happy with. And one more tip about rings is when you're in a big dress, in a black tux, up at the altar, a little bit nervous, probably your finger, it's probably going to be a little bit swollen. So a little bit of lotion on your finger, might keep it from getting stuck, so you want to slide on. So a little bit of lotion right before the ceremony. And of course, remember that it's not the price tag that gives a wedding ring value, but it's the person wearing it that gives it value. Aww. And Jeffery Carter's is easy to find. It is the jewelry store on Charles with the hand and face print on the window. There's their shop. Great place to go visit. If you want to get a hold of me, I'm munciephotography.com is my website. munciephotography@gmail.com is my email. Or look me up on Facebook. Facebook.com/munciephotography. I'd love to have a conversation with you. So until next time, this is Stan helping you plan.